Gervonta Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
Thank you.
What if Gervonta said, hey, I'll come up to 154. I'll come up to 154 while you talking.
Oh man.
You go to one, you'll fight Gervonta at 154?
I wish him the best. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. You say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. If everybody including Will, I mean, Will. Fuck.
Question for you. You're a proud father.
In boxing, there are layers to greatness. And Terence "Bud" Crawford just reminded everyone exactly where he stands. During a recent live interview, what started as a calm conversation quickly turned into something much bigger. Crawford didn't just hint at criticism toward Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He went all in. The discussion shifted from casual talk to a direct challenge, with Crawford openly questioning Tank's recent performances, his public reputation, and even the credibility of his latest victory.
Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in, he was like, oh, this guy, you a meat lover.
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent.
Mm.
If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Mm. Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Y'all was doing the back and forth shit. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens, or is it like?
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. I just don't like.
Just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. No, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. Like he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
He definitely got skills. He got power. He got tremendous boxing ability, but like his core personality and his ways, nah.
This wasn't ordinary fight hype. It sounded more like a declaration. Crawford made it obvious that he's been hearing the praise surrounding Tank, and he's not convinced. In his eyes, Tank hasn't been facing the toughest challenges available. With just a few blunt comments, Crawford managed to spark conversation across the entire lightweight division. If anyone believed tension between these two had cooled off, this interview proved the opposite. What Crawford said, and the way he said it, instantly changed the tone of the room.
You said going out on 3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on? Yeah, this just the last fight. The last fight you want to go out on. Like, who? Do you have anybody in mind? No, I'm saying no. I don't have my name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight. You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight? Yeah. Who is that? I'm not gonna tell you.
Is it Lomachenko?
Somebody asked Lomachenko.
All right. Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Oh,
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
Yeah.
Steven Espinoza said Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that?
You're not worth it. You're not worth it. You're not even worth it. Come on, man. Adam gotta fight somewhere else and prove himself, and then like, you know how they got UFC and like the underground shit? You gotta fight on the underground shit and get that.
You gotta go to
The first big moment came when the host casually mentioned Tank's earlier comment that Crawford needed the money. Crawford's reaction said it all. Confusion, then disbelief. His response was simple but sharp. everyone in boxing fights for money. Nobody steps in the ring for free. But beneath that response was a deeper point. Crawford was exposing the contradiction. If the conversation is about finances, Tank isn't sitting on some billionaire empire either. Both fighters are prize fighters chasing legacy and paydays. So why pretend otherwise? Then the conversation shifted. The interviewer asked how Crawford would feel if Tank moved up to 154 pounds to fight him. Crawford didn't hesitate. He calmly said he wished him luck. It sounded polite, but it carried a completely different meaning.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
After all, Crawford has remained undefeated for a reason. He understands exactly what his value is, and he isn't interested in wasting his prime years on unrealistic matchups, especially against fighters who struggled in fights many expected them to dominate. Then the conversation heated up. Crawford began analyzing Tank's most recent fight, and he didn't hold back.
You can help me out on this. This last fight, Roach and Gervonta. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Man.
I mean, you can't take a knee. That's a knockdown. Because I saw Floyd break his hand hitting the guy and took a knee, and they gave Floyd an 8 count. So I'm trying to figure out how Gervonta avoided that. And then I'm trying to figure out how he got his guy come up to the top of the ring and wipe grease out his eyes. They do that now, bud.
I guess that's part of the new, boxing era.
When you saw that, tell me when you saw this, you saw.
He pointed directly to the moment Tank dropped to a knee, an action many viewers believed should have been ruled a knockdown. Crawford questioned how such a moment could be overlooked. He also mentioned the strange scene where Tank's corner appeared to reach the apron during the fight to wipe grease from his eyes. In Crawford's view, that kind of interference crosses procedural lines. He even referenced the referee, noting that Steve Willis seemed to start a count but suddenly stopped. To Crawford, it looked odd, almost as if something interrupted the process.
And then you see he go to the apron and this guy come up to the top of the ring. Well, he's like, hold on, what's going on?
I'm just as confused as you. I said, huh? I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And Steve Willis is a great referee.
He is.
And he started counting and then stopped
it.
Like, they said, hey, you better stop counting. Oh. Wow. Hey, don't do that again.
Crawford made his opinion clear. Without that moment being ignored, the fight might have ended differently. In fact, he suggested Lamont Roach deserved the edge. Hearing that from another elite fighter surprised many fans. But Crawford isn't known for sugarcoating things. He speaks exactly how he sees it. According to him, Tank entered the fight with too much confidence and underestimated his opponent, and that nearly cost him everything.
Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinsky scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Before the fight, most people expected Gervonta Davis to breeze past Lamont Roach. Fans imagined another quick knockout, Another highlight reel moment, another flashy celebration afterward. But Roach had other plans. From the opening round, he fought with determination and discipline. The fighter many labeled an easy matchup suddenly turned into one of the toughest challenges Tank had faced. Then came the 9th round, the sequence that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Tank dropped to a knee after absorbing a sharp punch combination. It didn't look like a slip or a misstep. To many viewers, it looked like a clear knockdown.
How is this not a knockdown? Tank Davis was just exposed, man. What is going on in the sport of boxing, man? KDB Sports and Entertainment.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated.
And Crawford wasn't the only one saying it. Prominent figures in boxing like Eddie Hearn and Oscar de la Hoya also spoke out online, insisting that the moment should have been ruled a knockdown.
This is my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take a knee, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
I've watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. Look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying,
When that call didn't happen, the momentum of the fight shifted. Some believe that single decision may have protected Tank's undefeated record.
The hardest punch I ever faced. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Okendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you now. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie. He hard.
Adding another layer to the story is the history between Tank and Roach. The two fighters knew each other long before their professional careers. Both came from the DMV area and shared amateur experiences.
Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about why Roach, because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Maybe Tank believed he understood Roach's style because of that past. But Crawford pointed out something important. The professional stage is a completely different world. Experience from amateur days doesn't guarantee anything once the stakes rise.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens, or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shoot. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his ways.
One of the most talked about moments in the interview came when Crawford addressed a larger problem in boxing. He wondered aloud why so many top fighters avoid facing each other. Then he listed names: Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. A lineup like that could create legendary fights. Yet many of those matchups remain unrealized. Crawford blamed the situation on politics within the sport.
I think all of them should fight, you know.
I mean, you got Lopez, Teofimo, you got Lomachenko, you got Shakur, you got Tank, you got Garcia. You got 5 guys. That's a nice little.
Devin
Haney, yeah. You got 6 guys. Don't nobody want to fight nobody?
I don't know. I think they all should, you know, be fighting each other.
Well, so what we got going on?
Politics.
Bro, if Shakur and Haney and Tank, if all of them leave, if they retire with undefeated records, that's some bullshit. That's some straight up, and you know it too, bud. Ain't no way those guys should have undefeated records if they're out in their prime and they damn near in the same.
According to Crawford, if this entire generation retires undefeated without truly testing themselves against one another, it will leave a permanent mark on boxing history. Champions should challenge champions. He even admitted something most fighters avoid saying. He doesn't expect to finish his career without losses.
Ryan Garcia and Tank, they talk about they might fight again, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot made about this rehydration clause. You don't have that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think you have this in this one. So theoretically, he's supposed to come in at 168. Night of the fight, he might be 180, 185. You cool with that? I had sat down with Oscar, and Oscar said he think the rehydration clause had a lot to do with why Ryan didn't defeat Gervonta. What do you think?
I think 2 things. I'm gonna say 3 things. I think Ryan had an injury already previous in training. I think the way he did have an effect on him, because when you see him with Devin, he was totally different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Fighters.
The discussion also touched on Ryan Garcia's fight with Tank and the controversial rehydration clause. Crawford acknowledged that Tank likely had the right to include it, but he also suggested it may have affected Garcia's performance. Then Crawford expanded on a bigger issue in modern boxing. Some fighters weigh in at one number and rehydrate dramatically before the fight, creating massive weight differences. Without directly naming anyone, he implied that these strategies can create unfair advantages.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
There ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right, I'll welcome.
Beyond one fighter or one fight, Crawford pointed to a larger problem. The division is stacked with talent but lacking in real clashes. Fighters are carefully navigating their careers instead of taking major risks. Meanwhile, fans are waiting for the matchups they've been promised for years. Crawford even mentioned the rise of Saudi Arabia as a potential solution, huge purses that could convince fighters to step into the ring together. For his part, Crawford said he's willing to travel anywhere if it means making history.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, you know, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of something, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football.
That might sound harmless at first, but when you think about it, it carries weight. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, hit that like button and share your thoughts below. Who would win if Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis ever met in the ring? And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest boxing stories, controversies, and fight analysis. We'll see you in the next video.